there.
Nibbling on the fingers. Hey, welcome everybody to Astronomy Daily Live. Got everybody here joining in, crowding around. Hello, how are you? You finally? She's been down here screaming at me and just screaming and screaming and screaming, not doing anything at all. But at 2 hours UTC, she jumped right up here and she's like, "Man, you gotta go. Let's do it." So there we go. Hi. Hi. Well, yeah. All right. Well, so hope everybody's doing well out there. Everything's okay here. Just sort of a normal day. Just sort of the normal things. So nothing extraordinary. It's kind of cloudy here, kind of sorta. So nothing is going on that front. Whoops, she's going to chew on that. Man, nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred, huh? Nothing. All right, well, cool. So hope everybody's doing well. Look at the chat, pop open the chat. Good. Yeah. So, this is just a daily live stream where just a bunch of friends, an ever-growing bunch of friends, just come together and talk astronomy and space and science and all kinds of nerdy things, tangents occasionally, which are sometimes fun, to travel down a little bit. This is not a science-related live stream that is going to provide you with answers. This live stream is going to provide you with questions. You can sort of go to all the other ones and get answers. But here you're not going to get a lot of answers. What you're going to get here is just sort of me thinking out loud. I've been doing this exact thing for years and years and years and years and years. For me here, I'm 7 hours behind UTC, so it is 7:02 p.m. And this is sort of the end of my day. And so for years and years and years, I have pretty much at this time every single day done exactly this. Sat down in this chair at this desk and looked at all kinds of astronomical things for an hour or two. And about a year and a half or so, I was like, well, this is easy and it's fun. And so why don't I just do exactly what I've been doing for, I don't know how long. But instead of keeping all those thoughts in my head, I'm just going to say them out loud. And so that's what this is. This is just me taking all of us on a little bit of a journey of exploration. And as I said, what you'll get the most here is questions. So if you're looking for any kind of answers, wrong channel. But you might like some of the questions, and they might make you think a little bit. Who knows? Anyway, I think I've been babbling enough to get a few folks in here. Tom, Chuck, nice to see you. Great to have you in the chat as well. And yes, grab your consumable of choice. This is once again the hydrogen hydroxide here. And yes, it's the stream of consciousness stream. It's just, it's exactly, at least, at sort of the fidelity that I can do, it's about as close to my thoughts as possible. So, all right, well, cool. So, hey, I've got a panelist. Bobby, what's going on over there?
All right, yeah. Ugh, stream of conscious. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Welcome, Tom and Chuck.
A stream of consciousness stream. Yeah. Yep.
So you
As long
best better just sit back and relax because you're just going for a thrill, like either a thrill ride or a slow ride.
we're just nice and casual and fun and easy here. I just I've got a passion for the science of astronomy and space and all that. So it's like you know,
Just a slow ride.
yes
Take
sir.
it easy. Mm-hmm.
Cheers. So this is the hydrogen hydroxide.
Slow
All right. Well, hope everybody's doing well. So there's a Falcon 9 launch, um, and at least according to the information I have, I will show you what I've got. But the window opens at 14:17, I believe, UTC today, 12th. Regardless of where you are on the planet, the universal date and time right now is June 12th, 2019, and it's 2:06 UTC. That puts several of us ahead of that and several of us behind that. If you're in the United States, you're behind it. I'm 7 hours behind that. For me, 14:17 minus 7 would be 7:17 a.m. So that's actually a very convenient time for me. So I'm glad that they are listening to my pleas to make these launches at a convenient time for me, so I can see them all. Right.
So,
So
what's going on with that Falcon 9?
well, let's see what I like to do, and there are lots of these around, but I have found that the um, everyday astronaut does a pretty good job laying out uh, what these launches are. It's got a lot of interesting little pieces of information. So let's just sort of nerd out on that for a little while here. So yeah, that's happening in what 12 hours and 10 minutes. Mark your calendars, set your dates. Um, it's this well. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm not going to tell you any more because I cheated a little bit and I was looking at it before the live stream. Sometimes I just can't help it. Um, I just have to start looking at things because I'm ready to start, and um, but yeah, I try not to do that. So here we go. So here is the Everyday Astronaut site, and I've gone to his pre-launch previews thing. Now, he's got some interesting problems with his fonts and stuff, which I think is kind of neat. Um, but so he just has to work on his spacing there a little bit. And the spacing here too is a little tight. He's
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Yeah. All right. So um, June 12th, 14:17 UTC. So this is a trio of Earth observation satellites, Canadian Space Agency. So a Falcon 9. Here is the booster number, and that .2 means that it's its second flight. So this booster has launched something, landed, and is now being reused a second time. So that's very cool. Vandenberg Air Force Base. So this is a West Coast launch. The West Coast launches tend to be polar orbit, and in fact, that's exactly what it is. It's a sun synchronous orbit, which means it's always going to see the sun. So the only way to do that is to put it into a polar orbit. So you got to think about the geometry there a little bit, but if you think about it a little bit, you'll figure it out. So they are going to recover. The first stage is going to land back on land. It's not going to be out in some ship. So the first stage is going to fling this thing out there, and then it's going to land back, from pretty much where it started. So that's pretty cool. They're not going to attempt to get the fairing. They're having some problems catching the fairings. Those are those are tricky, for sure. So yeah, here's just some other interesting stats. So this is the 72nd Falcon 9, 41st landing of a booster, 22nd reflight of a booster, and the 7th launch this year. All right, so there it is, just a little bit more about the whole thing, blah, 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 blah. Here's, I guess there's 3 of these. Constellation, yeah, three identical satellites. 1,430 kilos. So primary instruments on board are a C-band synthetic aperture radar and an automatic identification system. Okay. I don't know what a automatic identification system is.
I think that's more confidential to those ships at the sea. That's
I guess, yeah. Yeah, they're talking about maritime surveillance, ship detection. Oh,
yeah.
ice, um, ice monitoring. That's kind of cool. Oil pollution monitoring. Cool. Marine wind measurement. Of course, disaster management, environmental monitoring. Cool. So yeah, sun synchronous low Earth orbit, 600 kilometers, which is I guess that's considered low Earth orbit
So
still.
they're just taking they're taking these satellites to let's say to North Pole, right?
Yes. Do you see the inclination here? 97.74 degrees. So they're just almost 8 degrees uh, off of the pole. So 96 minutes. Yeah, so it's really, really convenient from Vandenberg because they can shoot this thing almost due south. And so they've already got it on a polar orbit. It's pretty sweet.
Mm.
So there's...
I think you can see it from where you're at, right?
Yeah, the polar orbit ones are pretty easily identifiable because they are generally moving north to south or south to north. So relatively easy to spot, and yeah, this is also a way to cover the entire planet because if you're orbiting north to south, you can let the planet spin below you. So you just have to go around in a circle, right? Basically a circle, and let the Earth rotate below. And in so doing, you get to see the entire planet. So
Great.
there's all the solar panels and antennas and whatnot. Um, trying to where's the where I
All right. And like to
I
welcome 9-inch colas in our stream.
hey there, 9 inch colas. We are looking
Long
at
time no see. And I have a
yeah.
question for you. Yesterday I didn't even see Alta. I'm not seeing her today. What's going on?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I noticed that as well, and I'm kind of glad you brought that up. I don't know. I don't know, but you know I don't expect um, everyone to be here every single day. Some people are, and that warms my heart. Right? That's like really really incredible. But there's no expectation at all. But yeah, I mean, she usually warns us, when she's going to be away. So
Uh,
I don't think that there's anything to worry about. But
yeah.
yes, it is duly noted that Atta is missing, or at least we are missing her. So
Yeah.
Atta, if I think sometimes she watches these later. So hello from the past. Anyway, 9 inch colors. We are looking at one of the satellites, one of the three identical satellites that SpaceX will be launching in about 12 hours. It's supposed to happen at 14:17 UTC, and I guess I was just trying to understand um, exactly their um, where their radar is. Um, Maybe I'm not quite sure. Is it this thing called an SAR? I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing communications antennas here, right? S band, X band. But are all these other things part of the radar? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. So,
Yeah. Maybe you
as I,
should keep. Maybe you should keep scrolling.
well, there's a little video here, which you know I'm not going to play because that'll just absolutely grind my poor potato into dust, a molten dust. But it sort of looks like, see how they're sort of shooting the radar down right straight down from sort of inside here. So yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on, but
Yeah.
um, anyway, I guess they're going to
And
have a
catching AIS and catching the ship, find out where the ship's at. Is pretty darn good.
yeah. I'm not
You
exactly
need this, the RTL SDR, and I think there's a console app called AIS Deco 2 that gives you like get what gets you started. Now you'll have to provide a link between your tracking software and the decoder, and once you do that, you got ships.
very cool, interesting. Anyway, so that's what they're up to. Um, Hopefully, going to have a good launch. Did they say how long the window is? No, it doesn't. I don't know if they have a launch window or if it's just an instantaneous thing. Which means
It
if
says liftoff time, not launch window.
yeah, they're not talking about any kind of window of time. It's just a single time. So that sort of implies that it is an instantaneous thing. They either launch then, or they have to wait another day. Um, Sometimes they have a
Hope
window.
the conditions are good.
Yeah, I think the only thing that they're going to have to contend with, and I don't think that this is a big deal, is fog. That time of day at that location, I think they have a lot of ground fog. So I don't think that that's a showstopper, though. That just makes it such that you can't see it, right?
So they can
So
still launch it, but we won't be able to see it, right?
exactly. So is that so bad? Oh, no, not really. Um, you
And
know,
plus, you can't see where when it's gonna land and stuff too, right?
Well, you're not going to be able to see that either, right? But they do have cameras on these things, so um, they'll probably rely on that a lot in the onboard cameras. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So anyway, so hopefully that is going to happen. Like I said, I really appreciate SpaceX launching this at a very convenient time for me. Um, as I said, I'm glad that they are finally listening, to my phone calls in the middle of the night, saying, look, this has to change. So that's a pretty good time there. So I can live with that. So good job, SpaceX, in choosing the right time, for me.
well,
um,
at least you can just get up, brush your teeth, get some breakfast, and then go ahead and launch the launch, right?
oh, by 7 o'clock in the morning, most of my day is already done. So, oh yeah, no problem. All right, well, great. I'm gonna catch up to the chat because I haven't done that.
Yeah, 9 inch more satellites.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing, and nobody's going to stop it. Nobody is. It'd be really nice if we started having this kind of a conversation a few years ago. Um, but sometimes you have to you know just um, uh, um, not figuratively speaking, um, figuratively speaking, not literally speaking, but figuratively speaking, you got to bash them on the side of the head with a brick, right? And then it's like, oh, gee, that's a problem. So I'm pretty glad that the astronomical community has finally realized that this is a big problem, but it's too late, and there just aren't enough of us. It's not going to make one bit of difference. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find ways to deal with it. And I don't know. I don't know yet. I
And
don't
of
know yet.
course, shooting it down is not an option.
No. I mean that's too hard. That's too hard. And that's mean. That's not nice at all. Just what SpaceX is trying to do is they are trying to provide a service to the world, um, which I think is really uh, really commendable, awesome. Um, they've got a great plan, and I got to say that if it becomes affordable, I am on board because I am one of those who live in a very rural um, area. And when you live in a rural area, you definitely uh, have to decide that there are certain things that are important and certain things that aren't.
So there
And
are going to be some more of those Starlink satellites regardless, right?
I think the plans right now are something. Well, I've heard them all over the place, from 12,000 to 30,000. So, yeah, I think to sort of get everything going, I think they have to have something like 600 or so, and they've just launched 60, right? So they're in the very very early stages, and technically speaking, 9-inch colas, those satellites are Canadian. So SpaceX is just the launch provider in this case. Those 3 satellites are from the Canadian Space Agency. So I guess there are 3 identical
Somebody
ones.
make me a Canadian bacon pizza with some pepperoni and sausage, please. Mm.
All right. Excellent. So yeah, make sure to tune in. You know, there are going to be a lot of live streams. I usually go on to either the SpaceX live stream itself, or um, um, like the Everyday Astronaut. Um, but there are several. So choose your favorite one, and go there. So I like the SpaceX one because there isn't any other commentary or anything. You're just sort of hearing things as they go down, and I sort of
And
appreciate that.
sometimes when they go on a long break, they got some good chill out music. You can just
Good, nice music. Yes, absolutely. I forget what the name of that band is, but they've got a band that. So Tom is saying that um, he heard that all 60 satellites aren't operational. Hmm. Wow.
what?
Yeah. I don't
Where did
know.
you hear that at, Tom?
Yeah. I heard about maybe a week ago or so that they had established communications with all 60. So yeah, there are some stories flying.
Yeah, it's why the crap with E1 Bucks will just put that garbage up in the low Earth orbit, and they're not gonna do nothing at all.
They're not going to what?
And
They're not going to
no,
what?
they're not gonna do anything except just turn it on, check it out, then turn it back off.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, these satellites are being placed in orbits that will naturally force them to re-enter uh, the Earth in something like five or 10 years or something. So he's not. You know, I mean, it's still littering because you're putting all that stuff. You know, that stuff just doesn't vanish, right? We have the laws of thermodynamics, and one of the laws of thermodynamics states that um, matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. So that stuff is still there. It's just in sort of a different form, right? It's just like a vaporized powder, but it's still up in the atmosphere. We're still, you know, I mean, we're not polluting low Earth orbit, but we are definitely polluting the air because you know that stuff does come in. It pretty much completely vaporizes on the way in, but all that stuff is left in the air. Yeah, all of it, all of it.
Wow.
But yeah, you know that's
Jodcast. Heard this
John.
on the June Jodcast. Never heard
Okay,
Jodcast.
never heard of Jodcast. So interesting. Yeah, Tom, I will have to check that out because I heard um, what I would call the complete opposite story. So cheers to opposing sides. I love it. Ah, all right. Well, great. Um, well, the sun has finally set here, so it is moving into what's called civil twilight. So
Shoot,
that's
I
going to be
think I'm
going on for a
already
while.
way past that now, around where I'm at.
You are past astronomical twilight.
Jodrell Bank Observatory. Where's Jodrell at?
Jodrell, no, Tom, thanks for that info. I will definitely have to check that out. Should we just sort of look now? Let's do that. I'm going to copy and paste that in here. I'll share my screen. It's all Tom's fault. Let's see if we can find out anything about this here. Jodrell Bank Observatory. Oh, okay. Wow. So cool. So it's a radio telescope. In fact, it's a number of radio telescopes. Cool. Jodrell Bank Experimental Station. Wow. Okay. Okay, so it's over in England, or the UK. I don't know if that's England, or I don't know my UK all that well.
Me either.
I think this is England, this is Scotland, and this is Wales. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Northern Ireland.
yeah. So I think this is England here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I better know that kind of stuff, Gee whiz.
All I know is England and Northern Ireland. I I little hear about Scotland or
Oh
Wales.
yeah. I'm sorry. Ireland is up here too. Yeah. Dang. I just don't think about those kinds of things very often anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Anyway, lots of telescopes. Wow. Um, Searchlight telescope, transit telescope, a Lovell telescope, 76.2 meters. Wow. That is a big dish. Wow.
One
So,
big ass flipping dish.
yeah. So, so right now it's the third largest in the world. Wow. Mark II and Mark III, 38.1 and 25.4 meters. Mark IV, 5, and I don't know what VA telescope. I'm not quite sure what that means. And then they got a bunch of smaller ones. It looks like too. Cool. Undergraduate teaching telescope. Cool. They're doing some VOBI. Cool. What interferometry brings to the table is increased spatial resolution. You can see finer detail in things. The longer or larger this baseline is. So these radioscopes, they can be made to be well. And in fact, the so-called black hole in the center of Messier 87, that was measured with um, radio telescopes and submillimeter telescopes that had the baseline of basically the diameter of the Earth. So that's a pretty big baseline. Cool. So these folks have apparently a podcast, which I don't know if we're going to journalbank.net. Is that it? Chop science. Okay. Well, we'll have to poke around a little bit. I don't want to take
Yeah,
too much
Tom,
time
maybe
here.
you can point us in the right direction, please.
Yeah, if you want to provide like a link to the podcast, Tom, that'd be cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not necessarily finding it here incredibly.
Johncast.net.
Let's see. What is it?
Johncast.net.
Oh, Jodcast. Jodcast.net, like that.
Yes.
Let's see where we go here.
Hot potato,
Oh,
hot potato, hot potato,
yeah, it's
hot
definitely a
potato, hot
hot.
potato.
It's a hot potato. Come on, you can do it. It's trying. I don't know why it's being as slow as it is. I don't have that much influence that, like everybody in the entire world is going to it right now. So,
Does everybody
but
think that that Cosmo should punt that computer and get himself a brand, make a new one right now?
no, I can't. This is just a great old computer. And it smells like a baked potato too. Just like it should. All right, well this
Get ready to call 911 because of a fire, because of a fake
uh,
computer.
uh. No, I don't think that this is me. I think that this is their site because I can go to Google and it comes right up. Right?
Yeah.
So I think
Uh,
that site is just being a little bit stubborn.
Let me see if I
So,
can get it up.
all right. Well, it's no huge deal. I would definitely like to check them out at some point. But
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
it's stuck at
so
connecting. It's stuck at connecting. So I might see if it's down and stuff.
yeah, give it a ping or something and see what it's doing over there. But yeah, I will definitely have to check that out. That sounds moderately interesting. I really, yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Sounds
And
pretty
I
cool.
used a site called isitdownrightnow.com.
Hmm, that sounds like a logical place to start.
Yeah, I'm just letting it load right now as well.
Okay, let's see. So Chuck,
Okay.
Chuck says it's working on his side. Hmm. Just not meant to be. That's all right. On this live stream in this form, we do not worry about things. We just look forward. So yeah, well, I do. I look forward to being able to see that, and I'll pull up. You know, when it comes to podcasts, I new podcasts that I haven't listened to yet. Um, I will either just grab the latest one, or I
Okay, the
will.
isitdownrightnow.com is saying that jawcast.net is down for everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Except Chuck, and
And
except for Chuck
yeah,
and Tom.
yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up ahead and post the website for anybody that 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 wants to try to load, that's trying to get a site into play, but it's but it's not working for some reason. Is to go there and check it out.
Okay. Yep. You can also do a ping. Do you know about pinging?
Yeah, but it's been a while since I did a ping.
Okay. And PageMaster can get it too. I'll try again. All right. Here we go. Job.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and like retry the hits and stuff.
Jodcast.net. Okay. I'm going to paste and go to. And nope. Not out here in the Arizona outback. Not happening. So,
Yeah, mine still says connecting for me as well.
yeah. Maybe it's a southern thing. Just
Yeah, you Norton heathens.
that's right.
Oh,
Yankees.
don't get me wrong, but
All those
well,
Yankees
Paige
up
is
there.
from the Southwest, and well, Paige West is from the Southwest, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to move on. I think, I we we were looking at the constellation Aries, and we were looking at objects therein, and I guess it's been long enough. I don't remember if we actually looked at the constellation outline and all of that or not. Maybe we did. I don't remember. Um, that's okay though. Let's take a look anyway, because I just don't remember, and we should definitely do that because that's sort of part of the whole point, is to sort of get slightly familiar with these objects in the sky. When you go out and look, you might have a better chance of being able to see these and find them and say, oh, okay, when you're looking over here and see, these, what, three or four relatively faint stars, it's like, oh, okay, that's Aries. Right between Taurus and what's this guy over here? Oh, that's got to be. Wow. What is to the west? The west of Aries. What constellation is to the west of Aries? Shoot, my mind is blank. Anyway, nice constellation, not very big. So these lines here are lines of right ascension, and they go east and west. So these are sort of like the projected lines of longitude on the Earth, um, projected up onto the sky. And the declination here, 30, 20, 10, uh, is sort of the projection of the lines of latitude on the Earth.
So, so, what neighborhood and constellations are we looking at around Aries?
Well, that was one of the questions I had. I don't remember what is to the west over here.
Okay. Oh man.
It's one of the constellations of the zodiac, for sure.
Pisces.
Is it
Pisces.
Pisces? It's Pisces. Okay. Yes. Well, now I sort of see it. Here is one of the fish of Pisces, and then that sort of extends way over here. So, okay, Pisces, of course. So, between Pisces and Taurus, east and west, and Triangulum is up here. And I think this is, I want to say this is maybe Cetus down here. I don't remember that one either. I'm getting absolutely terrible with these things. Anyway, here's the Pleiades. So um, I'm pretty close to the Pleiades. This
It's the way I'll see the Space Master.
yeah, see this? Cool. Okay. This round oval here is a galaxy, and in this case, that's Messier 33 in the constellation Triangulum,
Hmm.
which is this sort of triangle of stars there. Yeah, there's another galaxy here, it looks like, but oh man, I don't remember which one that is. It's probably a Messier object of some sort. Um, Maybe M74? Yeah, yeah, not quite sure. Probably, possibly. So yeah, these are stars
Well,
down to
Aries
about.
don't have any Messier objects, but maybe some NGC or something, huh?
Yeah, well, we looked at one the other day. I think we looked at NGC 772, um, which was somewhere in here. I'm not quite sure where. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty small constellation. Um, maybe 1.5 hours
Deep
wide.
Sky, dude, you picked a good time for to be here.
Deep Sky Dude, hey, nice to see ya in the chat. And about what 20 degrees high. So um, every hour of right ascension is about 15 degrees. So that's why this looks pretty square, right? Except for this little bit up here. Um, yeah, so there it is. Some of these other um, stars have their associated Greek letters with them. Every single star has multiple names. So all these have some kind of number, some kind of a designation. Two of the stars actually have names. I guess you can call them names. Um,
Now, I have a question and stuff like that. If
all
like
right.
uh, if like the chat can get broadcast, what do you think? Like after the show, we will, and then we like kill the hangouts and stuff like that. Maybe we should try again and get our findings on Discord.
Um, I am not quite sure if I'm following you there, Bobby.
Well, if they can get broadcast and we can't, I will. What I was trying to say is once we kill the live stream and then we kill the hangout session, maybe we could check out broadcast then.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I think after the live stream, I am definitely probably going to go over and check that out, and I will not stop until well, I'm going to have to get a podcast. So yeah, but you know that may not happen during this live stream. So yeah, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
That's life. That's life. Okay, so we were down here.
Hmm.
I'm
Local
in.
television news site for Norfolk, Virginia, telling people they can see all of Jupiter's 79 moons in binoculars tonight. Oh yeah, Jupiter's close tonight. It's the closest where it's at, right?
Yeah. It's actually as close to the Earth as it's going to get this year, and but Uncle Bill is pointing out that local news is saying that all of Jupiter's 79 moons are going to be visible tonight in binoculars, and that is incredibly wrong. that's just that's just yeah. This happens all the time, and it's extremely easy to to completely misrepresent, misunderstand things. Um, and the local news, the media in general, get things wrong most of the
I
time.
I wonder what is their call sign, and I might run some verification.
Yeah, there is no point. There's no point. People who really want to know will find out, and that's okay. I you know
How many moons on Jupiter are meant for the Galilean territory?
well, there are four Galilean moons. Those are the moons that were first seen by Galileo back in 1609, um, and and those are the four bright ones. They're really big. Um, all the all the other moons, all 75 other moons are basically just little tiny rocks. They're captured asteroids. Um, so they are so small that you just can't see them, um, at least in no reasonable way. Um,
And
so 2 pages in that clearly keep the story straight. Yeah. You know, you just have to. I mean, I understand um, where you guys are coming from in terms of trying to communicate science and all of that, and I'm completely with you. But
so,
most,
what's the call sign? That's what I want to know.
oh, I don't know. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. It's yeah. I mean, it's really those kinds of things. You just have to sort of let them go. The only thing that you can do is your best in terms of trying to inform the media on scientific things, but it is
Reporter
nearly
apologizes. Details at 11.
yeah. Yeah, so that's how it goes. They always talk about how
So, are you getting a Deep Sky News comment?
I saw that. Yeah, I don't know. Um I yeah, I'm thinking that might be some other planet like Uranus. Um so yeah, I don't think that there's any point in doing that either, because it's just that's if people are confused about those kinds of things, um, then there's nothing that we can do about it at that point. We've got to start a little bit earlier. Um, so yeah, William Herschel discovered Uranus, um, but yeah, I don't remember who discovered a fifth moon. I'm not quite sure. I know that Amalthea, um, or Amalthea, is one of the larger of Jupiter's moons outside of the four. But so having said all of this, make sure to go out and see Jupiter, because yeah, we are as um, close to it as we're going to be for another year. So in fact, a little bit more than that. It takes about 13 months, um, because um, the Jupiter year is about 12 of our years. And so when we move around once around our sun, Jupiter has moved 1/12 of its orbit. And so we have to make that up. So it actually takes us about 13 months um, between the oppositions of Jupiter. So not quite a year. Um, cool. Oh, okay. So Amalthea, I forget what that one's called. I'm gonna cheat here and look it up. I think it's Amalthea. Amalthea. Oh, I've got it completely wrong. It's Amalthea. Amalthea. So that is. Let's. I'll pull this up here, and then we can. Get it really quick. Oh, I'm already sharing. Good. I like it. Amalthea. So, discovered by Barnard. 9th of September, 1892. So that wasn't Herschel. Mr. Barnard got that one. Oh, and this is interesting. I didn't know this. I thought that this moon was closer in than all the other ones, but it said it's the third in terms of distance. Oh, it still might be inside the orbit of Io, though. So, I don't know if we're going to get... can we get the list of Jupiter's moons? Can we do that? Is there a link here somewhere? Third moon of Jupiter. Do that. Let's see if we can get a list here. Galilean moons. No. Where? Okay, so there's an intergroup. And the intergroup are these guys, which actually doesn't include Amalthea at all. Huh. Or Amalthea. I think it's Amalthea. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Okay. So yes, the inner satellites, there it is, right there. Amalthea. Number 3, I guess. So okay, well, cool. Let's go back to Amalthea here. So here's a Galileo image of Amalthea. So kind of disappointing, that Galileo had its problems, but that's how it goes. I don't know if Juno has had any kind of opportunities to observe any moons. Juno is, I don't know, isn't really there to look at the moons, I don't think. They're there more to look at the planet itself. So, but yeah, I don't know if it's seen these moons or not. So yeah, discovered by Barnard, 1892. Let's see how big it is here. So 250 by 146 by 128 kilometers. Mean radius, 83.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Escape velocity, rotational period. So it's synchronous. It's locked, which means the same face points towards Jupiter, just like the Earth and the Moon. And actually, just like the 4 Galilean satellites and probably other moons, I would think. Axial tilt, albedo, 0.09. So that's I think, as I recall, asphalt is like like 0.04, 0.05, 4%, 5%. This is like around 9%. So, relatively speaking, it's pretty bright. Wow. So it's magnitude 14.1, and it's super, super close. Super close. So, wow, really, really hard to see. Really hard to see. Okay. Um, Amalthea. I think that's how you pronounce it. Amalthea. Amalthea. Okay. So this is saying Amalthea. I'll go with that. Amalthea. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Orbits at a distance of 881,000 kilometers. Yeah, 2.54 radii. So that's really, really close. Galileo images, kind of, definitely remains kind of a mysterious object. Definitely has some pretty interesting looking features, but kind of hard to tell what's going on there. Weird shape too. Weird shape. Oh, go back one more, I think. There we go. Okay, so they do have some named geological features. Cool. Relationships with Jupiter's rings. Cool. Used to and from. Exploration. And of course, Voyager 1 and 2 saw it. Do we have a Voyager 1 and 2 image? Is that what this is? Yeah. Okay, so here's a Voyager 1 color image. Wow. Pretty sad, but, I guess it's better than nothing. It's definitely better than nothing, but it's pretty sad looking. It's hard to do this. It's really, really hard, and they were probably very, very far away. Voyager's moving like crazy speeds. So that's what a flyby is. It's just zooming by really, really quick. All right. How did we get on this? How did we get on to this subject? I don't remember. Oh, that's right. We were talking about it in the chat. Very, very good. Okay, cool. E. Barnard found it. Yep, knew it was someone. I needed a occulting strip in the eyepiece. Yeah. I guess that would do it. Yeah, you would need some way to block Jupiter's light. Tried at the Texas Star Party, no joy. Yeah, there's no way. 14.1. That's a challenge. Even if it's as far away from Jupiter as it could possibly be, that's still a pretty intense challenge. Well, all right, everybody. I'm looking at the the time, and I'm noticing that it is past the hour. So yeah, I guess it's about time to get on out of here for today. I'm not getting too low yet, but it's getting a little bit low here. So yeah, I think it's about time to get on out of here for today. So cheers.
Yep. I just refill mine.
Excellent. Keep them full if you possibly can. All right, everybody, I'm going to get on out of here for now. So thanks again for coming in. More astronomy and space and nerdy things tomorrow. I will be here again tomorrow, 2 hours UTC. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the thumbs up if you so desire. Make some comments and spread the word. Spread the word. Okay, everybody, take care. I will see you in one little spin. See you later, and enjoy the launch. See you later. Bye.
Later.